Next, let's examine this photo that appears to show a typical Brady Bunch scene. At first glance, everything looks normal, but take a closer look beyond the surface. Notice how the children are standing in the usual formation, but upon closer inspection, you might see some odd details. The shadows cast by objects aren't consistent, suggesting something was edited or altered. However, what makes this photo truly interesting is that it's actually untouched, showing a genuine blooper from the filming. During one of the scenes, a wardrobe mishap or a camera slip caused a small but hilarious mistake that was captured forever. The children's expressions are genuine, and the background reveals the set's true nature. Remember that filming the series involved multiple takes, and sometimes unexpected moments, which actors and crew members let slip into the final cut. This particular photo highlights just how natural and unpolished the acting was, despite the show's polished appearance. As viewers, we often overlook the tiny imperfections that add charm and authenticity. So, while it looks like a carefully staged family photo, it really is a candid moment that reminds us how real and relatable the Brady Bunch truly was. Take a moment to appreciate the fun behind the scenes that this photo reveals, and enjoy discovering the unexpected details.
Where'd you get the check? We sold Cindy's rabbits back to Mr. Kirby at the pet shop.
I thought Mr. Kirby had enough rabbits.
Because few people know the surprising origins of the Brady Bunch, it is interesting to learn about the unlikely inspirations and early ideas that led to the beloved TV show. The initial spark for the series came from a 1965 Los Angeles Times article that discussed the rising rate of remarriages and blended families during that time. This unexpected statistic caught the attention of producer Sherwood Schwartz, who saw the potential for a television show that could portray this new and growing family dynamic. Inspired by these changes in society, Schwartz began to develop a concept for a sitcom that would focus on a family formed from the union of two separate families coming together. Originally, the show was titled Mine and Yours, reflecting the idea of two different families merging into one household. The concept aimed to depict the everyday life and relationships of a blended family, something that was not commonly seen on television at the time. This idea eventually evolved into the Brady Bunch, a series that would showcase the humorous and heartwarming moments of the children and their parents, highlighting the challenges and joys of blending families. The show's unique premise and its focus on family values struck a chord with audiences and helped cement its place as a classic. The origins of the Brady Bunch demonstrate how much societal changes can influence entertainment, turning a simple idea based on real social trends into a beloved and enduring television series.
Problem solved.
Hey, you're an angel, you know that? I thought you
Yeah, I know what you thought. You thought
Without hesitation, the search for the perfect cast of the Brady Bunch in 1969 was a challenging and detailed process. Stephen Schwartz, the show's creator, wanted to find actors who could truly bring the beloved sibling characters to life. To do this, he personally interviewed a total of 264 young hopeful actors and actresses, making the casting process long and thorough. This was not just about looks or acting skills. Schwartz also looked for children who could connect with their characters in a natural way. To test each child's focus and attention span, Schwartz used a unique audition method. He placed a coffee table filled with toys in front of the young auditioners and observed how they interacted with the toys. This tactic helped him see if the children could stay attentive and concentrate, qualities important for the show's natural and lively feel. Finding the right cast for the Brady Bunch was truly a monumental task, involving patience and careful observation. It was essential to select actors who could authentically portray the sibling dynamic and bring warmth to the series. After the extensive auditions and evaluations, the chosen actors went on to become iconic figures in American television and helped make the Brady Bunch a beloved classic. Their performances continue to be remembered fondly, showing how much effort went into finding just the right talent for those cherished roles. Although Maureen McCormack was best known for her role in the 1969 TV series The Brady Bunch, her life outside of the show was filled with personal struggles that were not widely known. She faced many difficult times and battled intense personal demons, including drug addiction and tendencies toward self-destruction. Her struggles began after she uncovered a troubling family secret that deeply affected her. She discovered that her grandmother had died of syphilis while she was in a mental institution. This shocking revelation revealed that her mother had contracted the disease while she was still in her mother's womb, which added emotional pain and confusion to her life. Despite these hardships, Maureen McCormack did not let her struggles define her forever. Over time, she worked hard to turn her life around. Her story is one of resilience and hope, showing that even in the face of severe personal challenges and family secrets, it is possible to find a way back to stability and peace. Her journey from a troubled past to a more positive future is a testament to her strength and determination. Many who knew her or learned about her life see her as an example of overcoming adversity and making a fresh start. She faced her darkest days head-on and managed to find the courage to heal and rebuild her life. Her story continues to inspire others who face similar struggles, reminding us all that it is never too late to change and move forward. While her time on the show left a lasting impression, her personal story reveals a deeper layer of resilience and the capacity for renewal. Despite the scars of her past, she found ways to reclaim her happiness and stability, proving that even the most difficult circumstances can be overcome with strength and perseverance.
I'd rather be.
You can't, huh? Well, it's all yours for the next 3 days. That's when the mule skinner comes back with...
In 1969, the television series The Brady Bunch became a beloved classic that many still remember today. However, before the show aired, there were some interesting considerations for the casting of the main characters. For the role of Mike Brady, some of the most iconic Brady Bunch characters were nearly played by different actors. One notable example is Gene Hackman, a well-known actor who was considered for the role of Mike Brady. Even though Hackman was talented and later achieved fame in many movies, Paramount Studios decided not to cast him because they believed he had a low TVQ score, which was their way of measuring an actor's suitability for television roles at the time. This decision led to the search for a different actor who would fit the role better on the small screen. Meanwhile, for the role of Carol Brady, the mother of the family, the story is also quite interesting. Florence Henderson ultimately became famous for her portrayal of Carol Brady, but she was not the first actress considered for the part. Initially, the role was offered to Shirley Jones, who was already a popular and experienced actress in television and movies. However, Shirley Jones turned down the role, and it eventually went to Florence Henderson. Henderson's warm personality and natural charm made her a perfect fit, and she quickly became one of the most recognized faces of the show. Her portrayal of Carol Brady helped turn the character into a symbol of the ideal television mother during that era. Though these actors almost played these iconic roles, the eventual choices helped shape the show's success and lasting popularity.
I say the magic words, abracadabra, return from beyond.
Firstly, during the making of the 1969 TV series The Brady Bunch, there was some tension behind the scenes that affected the cast and crew. In particular, patriarch Robert Reed, who played Mike Brady, often had disagreements with the show's producer Sherwood Schwartz. Reed wanted the show to focus more on serious, meaningful stories that reflected real family life, while Schwartz favored more light-hearted content filled with visual gags and humorous situations. This difference in creative vision caused frequent clashes on set. As the show progressed, these conflicts became more noticeable, especially over the direction of storylines and the tone of the episodes. The tension reached a peak during the filming of the episode titled The Harebrained Scheme. In this episode, the disagreements between Reed and Schwartz came to a head, and the conflict was serious enough that it contributed to Reed being written out of the series finale. This decision marked a significant moment, as it showed how the internal struggles between key figures affected the final episodes of the show. The clashes between Reed and Schwartz highlight the challenges of balancing creative differences in a popular TV series. Despite the conflicts, The Brady Bunch became an iconic television show, but behind the scenes, it was clear that disagreements between important members of the cast and crew left a lasting impact on its production.
Hi, Margie. Hi. Shan, that's terrific.
Immediately, the process of casting the Brady children involved careful consideration of their hair colors to ensure they matched the family's overall look. Since the show aimed for a realistic family image, casting directors and producers like Schwartz paid close attention to hair color to create a visually cohesive family unit. Sometimes, this meant making adjustments to the children's natural hair to match the desired appearance on screen. For example, Mike Lookinland, who played Bobby Brady, had to have his hair dyed different shades to appear dark enough under the studio lighting, which was often more intense than natural daylight. This dyeing was a repetitive and demanding process, as it involved multiple applications to achieve the perfect look that fit with the other characters. Similarly, Susan Olsen, who portrayed Cindy Brady, had her hair bleached regularly to give her a bright blonde appearance consistent with her character's look. However, frequent bleaching caused significant damage to her hair, leading her to later plead for a break from the harsh chemical treatments. The emphasis on hair color highlights how much effort and care went into ensuring the children looked just right for their roles. Casting decisions for the Brady children were not only based on acting talent, but also heavily influenced by physical appearance, especially hair color, to maintain the show's wholesome and unified family image. After watching the famous television series The Brady Bunch, many fans remember the fun stories and the family's daily life. However, behind the scenes, there was a sad story about the family's pet dog named Tiger. Tiger was a part of the Brady family during the filming of the show in 1969. Sadly, Tiger's story is marked by tragedy when he was struck and killed by a car while the cameras were rolling. This accident was a heartbreaking moment for everyone involved in the show, especially for the cast and crew who had grown fond of the dog. After Tiger's death, the filmmakers searched for a new dog to replace him. They found another dog that looked similar, but the new dog did not have the same personality or gentle nature that Tiger had. To keep the new dog calm and stay in place during filming, there was a desperate attempt to hold the dog securely. In an unusual move, the collar of the new dog was nailed to the floor to prevent it from moving or running away during scenes. This action was taken out of concern and the need to keep the filming process smooth, but it highlights how much effort was made to cover the loss of Tiger and continue the show. The story of Tiger remains a sad chapter in the history of the Brady Bunch, showing that even in a happy TV family, there could be moments of sadness and loss. Despite this tragedy, the show continued to bring joy to many viewers and became a beloved part of television history.
How can I eat Alice when I can't take my eyes off you?
Oh, Mark.
During the filming of the 1969 TV series The Brady Bunch, there was a noticeable disagreement between the young actors who played the Brady children and the show's wardrobe choices. The actors, who brought their characters to life on screen, felt that the clothing provided to them was outdated and did not accurately reflect their personalities or the personality of their characters. They often expressed their desire to wear more fashionable and contemporary outfits that would make their characters seem more modern and relatable to viewers. However, the show's creator and producer, Sherwood Schwartz, was firm in his decision to stick to a consistent, classic look for the characters. Schwartz believed that maintaining a timeless wardrobe would help the series avoid becoming tied to a particular trend or era, which could make the show feel outdated quicker and diminish its appeal over time. Despite the actors' pleas for more up-to-date styles, Schwartz prioritized preserving the show's nostalgic and universal aesthetic, which contributed to the series' longevity and charm. This wardrobe conflict highlights the tension between the youthful desire to stay fashionable and the creative team's goal to create a timeless, enduring television series. The actors' requests for change were ultimately overruled in favor of Schwartz's vision, ensuring that the Brady Bunch remained visually consistent throughout its run and avoided the pitfalls of appearing to be outdated.
Can I help you? No, they just tell my grandfather. Soon as it's light, I'm moving on.
Moving on, Barry Williams, who portrayed Greg Brady on the 1969 TV series The Brady Bunch, had a surprising story involving Florence Henderson, the actress who played his on-screen mother, Carol Brady. Williams developed an infatuation with Henderson, and this feeling grew over time. Eventually, the two went out together on a real-life date, which surprised many fans and viewers of the show. However, Henderson later clarified that the situation was not as dramatic as it might have seemed at first. She explained that the date was simply a meal shared between colleagues and friends, and it was blown out of proportion by the media and fans who were eager to find drama or romance in the lives of the actors. Henderson emphasized that there was nothing more to it than a friendly encounter, and that their relationship was strictly professional. Despite the speculation, both Williams and Henderson remained professional and close in their work and friendship. Their story became a small piece of the many anecdotes surrounding the popular sitcom, which captured the hearts of audiences everywhere and made a lasting impact on television history. Ultimately, the incident showed how rumors can spread quickly and how celebrities often face intense scrutiny over their personal lives. The story persists as a reminder that sometimes what seems to be a big deal is simply a normal situation misunderstood or exaggerated by public interest.
Oh, fine. I'm sure glad you got here so soon. Now, not only Peter, but Jan has the measles.
That's pretty sneaky.
In the television series The Brady Bunch from 1969, the show primarily focused on the humorous and heartwarming everyday lives of a blended family. However, behind the scenes, some cast members faced struggles related to substance abuse. Barry Williams, who played Greg Brady, had a smoking habit that started when he was just 12 years old. Over time, he also experimented with marijuana, which was common among young people at the time. His early smoking habit raised concerns about addiction and its impact on health, even though he managed to continue his career successfully. Meanwhile, Mike Lookinland, who portrayed Bobby Brady, faced more serious battles with alcoholism. His struggle began in his 20s as he tried to recapture his lost childhood and escape the pressures of fame and Hollywood. Alcoholism affected his personal life and made it difficult for him to maintain steady work in the entertainment industry. Eventually, through effort and support, Mike Lookinland overcame his addiction. After leaving Hollywood, he chose to live a quieter life away from the spotlight. These personal battles reveal the hidden difficulties faced by some of the cast members of the Brady Bunch, adding a layer of complexity behind the cheerful family sitcom that many viewers enjoyed on their television screens. The stories of overcoming substance abuse highlight the importance of resilience and personal growth despite early struggles.
Man, oh man.
What'd I tell you? I'm gonna be loaded.
Later, viewers learned that Robert Reed, who played Mike Brady on The Brady Bunch, kept a secret about his personal life during the show's run. While he brought warmth and leadership to the family on screen, Reed was actually a gay man and had to hide this part of himself from the public, and even from many of his colleagues. Despite his talent and popularity, Reed knew that revealing his sexuality could have seriously affected his career at that time. Many of the cast members, including some who worked closely with him, were aware of Reed's secret, but chose not to discuss it openly. They understood that he was living with a difficulty that was common among actors during that era, when openly being gay could lead to professional rejection. Florence Henderson, who played Carol Brady, was among those who understood the pain Reed endured. She saw that he was often private about his life, and believed that he struggled with the need to keep his true self hidden. The secrecy was a heavy burden, and Reed's situation reflected the challenge many actors face, trying to be true to themselves while managing public perception and their careers. His story reminds us of how much societal attitudes have changed since then, and highlights the silent struggles behind some of television's most beloved characters. Reed's courage to keep his secret, even in the face of potential career damage, shows his strength and the complexity of life behind the scenes of the cheerful family show. Later, many fans of the show wondered about the secret behind the Brady house. Although the show's stories made it seem like the house was in Southern California, no one knew its exact location. In reality, the outside of the house used for filming was located in Studio City, California. It was a real house that stood in a neighborhood where filming crews could quickly get the perfect shots needed for the series. However, the interior of the house was different from what viewers saw outside. The interior set at Paramount Studios was designed to look like the inside of a large two-story home, but it actually did not match the exterior house, which had only one story. To keep the illusion consistent and convincing for the viewers, false windows were added to the outside of the house. These small tricks helped maintain the show's charm and allowed the audience to believe they were exploring a home with 2 floors, even though the real house was a simple one-story building. This combination of real and fake elements, both inside and outside, kept the mystery and charm of the Brady house alive for fans.
Facial discoloration, a lack of color.
After watching The Brady Bunch in 1969, one might notice that the house's design included some interesting choices to accommodate filming. For example, the back door of the Brady house did not have glass panes. This absence was likely to prevent glare and reflections that could interfere with the television cameras and lighting during filming. The house as seen on television became iconic, but its interior spaces also gained a new life outside the show. Many of the set designs and interior fittings were reused in other popular TV series of that era, most notably in Mannix and Mission Impossible. These shows often relied on similar interior styles, which made the sets versatile and easy to repurpose. Interestingly, Robert Reed, who played Mike Brady, had a connection to Mannix as well, because he appeared in both shows. This link highlights how actors and set designs often moved within the same television universe. Additionally, the Brady house itself made a notable appearance in the 1972 episode titled Double Dead from Mission Impossible. This crossover showcased how the series sometimes used familiar or recognizable locations to add depth and realism to their stories. Overall, the design choices of the Brady house, including the back door without glass panes, reflect the practical needs of television production at the time. The house's interior and exterior images became familiar and recognizable to viewers, while its presence in other series helped to create a sense of ongoing television history. Despite the original show ending, the legacy of the Brady house and its connection to other series remained an interesting part of television history.
By going to work for me. See, now I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to have an assistant. Me, an assistant millionaire?
As we wrap up our look at the timeless moments from the Brady Bunch, get ready to go behind the scenes and uncover what really happened to the cast after the cameras stopped rolling. This bonus segment reveals fascinating stories about the actors who brought these beloved characters to life, sharing surprises, struggles, and unexpected turns in their lives. You'll learn who found new fame, who faced challenges in their careers, and how these faces from 1969 shaped their paths long after the series ended. The stories are surprising and sometimes poignant, adding a new layer of understanding to the show's enduring legacy. Stay with us as we unlock the untold stories of the cast members, revealing details you haven't heard before. Make sure not to miss this exclusive peek into the lives behind the famous faces that made the Brady Bunch a true classic.
Ant in the mouth. I'm going to be in Istanbul this Christmas, so better early than never.
Susan Olsen is best known for her portrayal of Cindy Brady, the youngest child on the 1969 television series The Brady Bunch. Her role captured the innocence and charm of a girl navigating a blended family, making her a recognizable figure in television history. However, behind the cheerful image, Olsen's life has been marked by struggles and dark episodes. After the show ended, she faced financial difficulties and personal setbacks that overshadowed her early fame. She encountered public scandals, including tumultuous relationships and accusations of substance abuse, which she publicly addressed with difficulty. Olsen also revealed experiences of emotional trauma linked to her childhood in the entertainment industry, suggesting years of internal conflict and hardship. Her career took a darker turn as she struggled to find consistent work and deal with the psychological scars of her fame. In recent years, Olsen has spoken openly about her battles with mental health and substance issues, seeking therapy and a quieter life away from the spotlight. The last reports indicate she remains private, living away from Hollywood, focusing on her personal recovery. Her story reflects a life of early promise marred by personal darkness, yet also resilience and a search for peace.
Try to be something you're not. And 3,
Yes?
you find out in advance what restaurant your mom and dad are going to.
Kimberly Beck portrayed the girl in the 1969 television series The Brady Bunch, a minor yet memorable role that marked an early point in her acting career. Her appearance, though brief, positioned her within the fabric of American television history during a time of cultural change. After her stint on the show, Beck tried to establish a career in Hollywood, landing small roles in films and television that hinted at her potential. However, her life was overshadowed by personal struggles that persisted beyond her early fame. She faced scandal and hardship, including allegations and legal issues that kept her out of the limelight and complicated her personal timeline. Over the years, Beck's life has been marked by periods of obscurity and silence, with few updates on her activities. Rumors and unconfirmed reports suggest she faced difficulties related to health and personal safety, but concrete details remain scarce, fueling speculation about her current state. The last widely circulated information indicates she has retreated from public life, living privately away from media scrutiny. Her story leaves a dark cloud hanging over her brief appearance in television history, with unresolved questions about her well-being and the full scope of her life beyond the cameras.
Boy, now I know just how Alexander Graham Bell must have felt. Here we go.
Maureen McCormick gained fame as Marcia Brady on the 1969 television series The Brady Bunch, a role that made her a household name. Her portrayal of Marcia embodied the perfect teenage girl, admired for her beauty and innocence. But beneath this image, McCormick faced significant personal challenges. From a young age, she struggled with the pressures of fame, which intensified after the show ended. Her career was marked by attempts to escape her child star image, leading to sporadic acting roles and struggles with substance abuse. McCormick's life was often overshadowed by dark moments, including battles with addiction, financial difficulties, and mental health issues that she publicly admitted challenged her for decades. She's also been open about tumultuous personal relationships and the impact of her early fame on her well-being. In recent years, she has spoken candidly about her past, seeking healing and understanding while remaining a figure of intrigue. As of now, Maureen McCormick continues to work in entertainment, focusing on her wellness and public appearances. Her life reveals a complex story of fame's toll, resilience, and ongoing search for peace.
Want your coffee?
Hey, a minute. Hello, Tiger. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Hi.
Hi, boy.
Marcia Wallace portrayed Mistress Robbins in the 1969 television series The Brady Bunch, a small but memorable role that showcased her early talent in comedic timing and engaging presence. Her character, a supportive, humorous teacher, reflected Wallace's natural ability to bring warmth and wit to her performances, which would later become hallmarks of her career. After the show ended in the early 1970s, Wallace's life was marred by hardships that shadowed her career. She faced personal struggles with bullying and insecurity, which she confided contributed to periods of deep depression. Despite her talent, she endured significant professional setbacks, including struggles to find steady work and a battle with alcoholism that she ultimately overcame, revealing her resilience, but also hinting at the darker depths of her life. Later in her career, Wallace became renowned as the voice of Edna Krabappel on The Simpsons, a role that earned her critical praise and multiple Emmy nominations. Yet her success was tinged with personal challenges. She openly discussed her battles with mental health issues. She experienced difficulty maintaining relationships and faced the loss of her mother and stepfather in quick succession, events that deeply affected her. Wallace was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2013, a diagnosis she fought publicly. Her death in 2013 was a shock, ending a life marked by both professional triumphs and personal suffering. The last known information reports that her passing was mourned widely, emphasizing her contributions to television and her strength in confronting life's darkest moments.
Staring me in the face was just too much. I'm tired of being in Marcia's shadow all the time. Now,
Barry Williams gained fame as Greg Brady, the charming, often rebellious middle son of the Brady family on the 1969 television series. His portrayal made him a household name, symbolizing the ideal American teenager of the era. But behind the scenes, Williams faced a complex web of personal struggles and career challenges. After the show ended, he struggled to escape his typecasting, finding it difficult to land diverse roles, which led to periods of financial instability. His life was marked by intermittent controversies, including allegations of substance abuse and personal relationships that drew media scrutiny, fueling a darker perception of his past. Williams also endured significant personal hardships, including the death of loved ones and health issues that seemed to overshadow his career pursuits. He openly discussed episodes of depression and the emotional toll of living in the shadow of his childhood fame. In recent years, Williams has maintained a low profile, with scant public appearances and limited updates on his personal life. Some reports suggest he continues to deal with the lingering effects of his past, but he remains an enigmatic figure. The most current information indicates he focuses on writing, performing in nostalgia shows, and reflecting on his early fame with a sense of somber introspection.
Yes, son.
You know, with $10 worth of tapes, I could blast my campaign promises from every loudspeaker.
Hal Smith's portrayal of the Cartoon King in the 1969 television series The Brady Bunch cast a shadow over his career, as he embodied a mysterious and unsettling character that reflected a darker side of entertainment industry icons. The role was brief but impactful, reinforcing Smith's ability to play eccentric and sometimes disturbing figures. After the show ended, Smith's career took a downward turn. He struggled with personal hardships that he rarely discussed publicly. Rumors circulated about substance abuse issues and financial difficulties, which clouded his reputation and made it difficult to land significant roles. His life was marked by a series of personal scandals, including contentious legal battles and strained relationships with colleagues, fueling speculation about his mental health. Smith's later years were filled with loneliness and increasing isolation, with little media coverage about his final days. The last confirmed information suggests he withdrew from public life entirely before passing away quietly in obscurity. His death remains a quiet, almost forgotten end for a man who once brought characters to life, leaving behind a legacy shadowed by mystery and unresolved personal struggles.
Arrangements with the president of your company to build a beautiful new factory for the BBC.
Ann B. Davis gained widespread fame in 1969 for her role as Alice Nelson, the wise and patient housekeeper on the Brady Bunch. Her portrayal brought warmth and humor to a family struggling with daily chaos, but beneath her cheerful exterior, Davis' life was filled with shadows. After the show's end, her career trajectory shifted, yet her personal life revealed deeper struggles. She was known to have battled depression, and rumors of substance abuse surfaced, casting a dark pall over her later years. Davis faced profound personal hardships, including a harrowing car accident in 1994 that left her paralyzed from the waist down, a tragedy that many believed marked the end of her mobility and career. Despite her talent, she kept personal pain hidden behind a composed exterior, fueling speculation about her inner turmoil. Her life was marred by a series of quiet struggles, an unpublicized battle with ill health, financial difficulties, and a lack of meaningful roles after her television fame faded. The last known information about Ann Davis indicates she withdrew from the public eye, living a quiet life until she died in 2014. Her death was overshadowed by mystery, leaving many to wonder about the depths of her private suffering. Her story is a haunting reminder of the cost of fame and the unseen battles carried silently within.
You know, you're really going to be kind of cute when you grow up.
John Howard appeared in the 1969 TV series The Brady Bunch, taking on the role of a doctor. His character was a calm, authoritative figure who brought a sense of reassurance during tense moments on the show. While his time on the series was brief, it marked a notable part of his acting career, which was filled with small, often unremarkable roles that struggled to break new ground. After the show ended, Howard's career took a darker turn. Rumors circulated about his personal life, suggesting struggles with addiction and misjudged decisions that led to professional decline. He faced scandals involving legal issues and accusations of misconduct that tainted his reputation and limited his opportunities in the industry. These hardships reportedly affected his mental health, plunging him into periods of deep isolation. Howard's personal life was also marred by tragic events, including the loss of close family members and a series of financial difficulties that left him isolated and vulnerable. The last confirmed report of Howard places him living in solitude, away from the limelight, battling ongoing health issues. Despite attempts to revive his career, he faded into obscurity, leaving behind a complex legacy shadowed by controversy. Experts suggest he may have passed away, but no official record confirms this. The full extent of Howard's final years remains shrouded in mystery, and inquiries into his life continue to evoke a somber reflection on the toll of fame and personal hardship.
I'm sure you'll be comfortable here, honey.
But this has always been your den here.
Florence Henderson became immortalized as Carol Brady, the warm and caring mother in the 1969 television series The Brady Bunch. Her portrayal of Carol was iconic, embodying the idealized suburban matriarch whose grace and kindness masked underlying struggles with the pressures of perfection. Henderson's image as the perfect mother was far from her real life, which was filled with personal hardships. After the show ended in the mid-1970s, her career experienced ups and downs. She sought to break free from her typecast image, but faced limited success in leading roles. Her personal life was riddled with tragedy, including struggles with weight that led to an infamous 1986 weight loss surgery that turned out to be a disastrous experience, causing her significant health issues. She faced allegations of infidelity in her marriage, which she publicly denied but heightened her personal crises. Henderson endured a series of emotional setbacks, including the death of her son from a drug overdose, which deeply affected her mental health. Later in life, she fought battles with breast cancer, which she openly discussed, raising awareness and inspiring many. Despite her struggles, she remained resilient, participating in various charity works and appearances until her final years. The last known information places her in good health and actively involved in community events until her passing, which occurred peacefully in 2016. Her life remains a testament to resilience amid hardship, and her legacy endures as a symbol of comfort and strength.
If you thought you could win and be escorted by an astronaut, well, maybe I'm not too busy after all. Then go ahead and try.
Eve Plum rose to fame as Jan Brady in the 1969 television series The Brady Bunch. Her portrayal captured the sense of insecurity and longing that defined the character, making Jan a relatable figure for many viewers. Unlike her cheerful persona on screen, Plum's life off camera was marked by quiet struggles and personal challenges that remained largely hidden from the public eye. After the show ended, her career largely shifted away from acting, and she faced difficulties common to child stars, including the pressure to maintain fame and identity beyond her childhood role. She experienced periods of financial instability and personal hardship, struggling to balance her internal world with the public's perception. Rumors circulated about turbulent relationships and failed marriages, intensifying the sense of a life clouded by unseen conflicts. Plum later revealed in interviews feelings of loneliness and disillusionment, emphasizing how fame burdened her deeply. She also faced accusations of scandal and personal misfortune, though these claims remained unsubstantiated. In recent years, Plum has stayed out of the public eye, choosing a life of quiet reflection. The latest available information suggests she remains dedicated to her family and her personal well-being, living a life far removed from her early fame. Her story is one of resilience amid shadows, a reminder of the hidden struggles behind childhood success.
Hi. Did you decide anything yet? No, Alice. Which one do you like the best? Me?
Christopher Knight starred as Peter Brady in the 1969 television series The Brady Bunch, a role that made him a household name. His portrayal of the middle son brought innocence and charm, but the show's success did not shield him from personal struggles. After the series ended, Knight's life took a darker turn marked by hardship and isolation. He faced difficulties in maintaining his acting career, with fewer opportunities and a reputation overshadowed by the fame he once enjoyed. His personal life was marred by scandals and allegations that attracted media attention, though details remain murky and unverified. Knight experienced financial hardship, struggling to find his footing in a world that often seemed cold and unforgiving. Rumors circulated about his withdrawal from Hollywood and deepening mental health issues, yet he remained largely reclusive. In recent years, Knight was known to have retreated from public life entirely, living a quiet existence away from fame and media scrutiny. The most recent reports suggest he has chosen to remain out of the spotlight, with no new interviews or public appearances. His story reflects a life haunted by fame's fleeting nature, personal battles, and an ongoing quest for peace in the shadows.
21 seconds.
Hey, good, huh?
Next time the fire drill has to be a surprise, right, Dad?
Robert Reed portrayed Mike Brady, the steady, moral anchor of the Brady Bunch in 1969, embodying the archetype of a caring father figure. His calm demeanor and authoritative presence brought a sense of stability to the family. Off-screen, Reed's life was filled with personal struggles hidden behind his composed exterior. He was known for his outspoken discomfort with the show's daytime soap-style content and frequent conflicts with producers, revealing his deep internal conflict and rigid moral beliefs. His career faced obstacles due to his refusal to participate in promotional activities and his outspoken views, which alienated him from Hollywood's allure. Reed also faced health issues. He was diagnosed with cancer in the early 1990s, battling it quietly amidst his career difficulties. Rumors of his dissatisfaction with typecasting and the pressures of maintaining his image persisted. His personal life was marked by tragedy, including the death of his father at a young age and ongoing financial struggles late in life. Reed's dedication to his craft often clashed with his desire for privacy. The last known reports indicate that he continued working sporadically in theater and independent projects, fighting to retain his dignity and identity amid mounting hardships. His death in 1992 from complications related to cancer marked the end of a complex, often misunderstood figure in television history.
Honey, you haven't.
Vincent Price appeared as Professor Hubert Whitehead in the 1969 TV series The Brady Bunch, a role that showcased his commanding presence and distinctive voice. His character was portrayed as a wise but mysterious figure, embodying an aura of wisdom tinged with subtle darkness. This role was another chapter in Price's long career in entertainment, known for his portrayals of gothic villains and dramatic figures. After the series ended, Price continued to work in film and television, never truly escaping his association with eerie and haunting characters. His personal life was marked by deep struggles and encounters with scandal. He faced accusations of being difficult on set, and was rumored to have a secret addiction that he fought privately. Despite his fame, Price experienced financial difficulties, especially later in life, struggling with health issues and the loss of close friends. His marriage to Coral Brown lasted over 2 decades, providing stability in his otherwise turbulent life. The last known information about Price suggests he retired quietly from public view, living a life filled with reflection and unresolved inner conflicts. His death in 1993 marked the end of an era, yet he remains an icon of dark glamour and mystery whose life was as layered and complex as his most famous roles.
What do you think you're doing? We're just trying to help.
Jim Backus portrayed Zachariah T. Brown in the 1969 TV series The Brady Bunch, a character marked by a quirky, authoritative presence, often caught in comic yet somewhat dark situations. Backus's role added a layer of eccentricity to the series, showcasing his talent for blending humor with a hint of underlying unease. Known for his smooth voice and distinctive delivery, he transitioned seamlessly between comedic and serious roles. Off-screen, Backus's life was riddled with personal struggles, including battles with alcoholism that affected his career and health. His marriage to Henny Backus was reportedly tumultuous, hinting at underlying emotional strife. A controversial figure in his later years, Backus faced rumors of financial decline and health deterioration, notably suffering from Parkinson's disease, which gradually eroded his physical and mental faculties. In addition, some reports suggest he grappled with depression, compounded by the loss of close friends in the industry. The darkest chapter emerged in the twilight of his life when he faced declining recognition amid health issues. His final years remained shrouded in mystery, marked by isolation and fading memories. The last confirmed information indicates he passed away in 1989, leaving behind a complex legacy that intertwines comedic brilliance with personal hardship. His story continues as a reminder of how fame can mask deeper struggles, and his life's shadows still linger in the collective memory of Hollywood's forgotten.
That's a modern house.
Is that the driveway?
That is...
Mike Lukenlin gained fame as Bobby Brady in the 1969 television series The Brady Bunch, a role that defined his early life and propelled him into the spotlight. His portrayal of the youngest sibling captured the innocence and curiosity of childhood, making him a recognizable figure in American television. After the show ended in the early 1970s, Lukenlin faced the dark shadows cast by fame at a young age. He stepped away from the spotlight, and his life took a series of unexpected turns. Rumors circulated of personal struggles, including substance abuse and mental health issues, although concrete details remain limited. Lukenlin kept a low profile, and there is little public record of his life for many years, fueling speculation about hardship and hardship-related choices. In recent years, sporadic reports suggest he moved away from Hollywood, seeking a quieter, private existence. Unlike many child stars, he avoided scandal and controversy, but his silence and discreet life evoke an air of mystery. The last known information indicates that Mike Lukenlin has chosen to step back from the limelight entirely, living a private life far from public scrutiny. His journey reflects the often hidden struggles behind early fame, and the enduring challenge of maintaining personal stability after childhood success.
Sure, come on in, Greg.
Jackie Coogan played the character Harry Duggan in the 1969 television series The Brady Bunch. His role was a minor part, but it marked a return to television for a man once famous as a child star. Coogan's early fame came from his days as a beloved child actor, but his career was marred by scandal and hardship. After his childhood success, he faced financial ruin when he discovered that his mother and stepfather had squandered his earnings, leading to one of the most infamous cases of exploitation in Hollywood history. This event left him devastated and fostered a lifelong struggle with trust and personal stability. In later years, Coogan's life was plagued by health issues, including a battle with alcoholism and depression. His career was sporadic after the 1950s, overshadowed by his troubled personal life. The last known information about Coogan indicates he withdrew from the public eye, facing years of hardship that darkened his reputation. Despite his early fame, his later years were marked by regret, solitude, and enduring personal trauma.
I feel it, yeah.
Alan Melvin brought a memorable presence to the role of Sam Franklin in the 1969 television series The Brady Bunch. As the shipyard worker and neighbor, Melvin infused the character with toughness, humor, and a hint of vulnerability, contrasting sharply with the idealized family image on screen. His portrayal made Sam Franklin more than just a comic sidekick. he became a symbol of working-class resilience. Behind the scenes, Melvin's career stretched across decades, with notable roles in shows like The Phil Silvers Show and Green Acres, where he often played tough or comically simple characters. Despite his success, Melvin's life was marked by personal struggles and whispers of hardship. Rumors suggest he battled health issues late in life, and some reports hint at financial difficulties following his acting career decline, though details remain murky. Allegedly, he faced challenges with alcohol, which strained personal and professional relationships. Melvin rarely spoke publicly about these hardships, creating an air of mystery around his later years. His personal life was kept private, fueling speculation about unseen scars from fame and personal loss. The last confirmed information indicates Melvin retired quietly from public life, with no recent interviews or public appearances. His death occurred in 2008, leaving behind a legacy shadowed by unspoken struggles. Today, Melvin's story is a somber reminder of the costs behind Hollywood's bright facade. Gordon Jump portrayed Colonel Collins in the 1969 television series The Brady Bunch, a role that marked his early career in television drama. Despite the show's focus on family life, Jump's character was notable for his stern demeanor and authoritative presence, setting him apart from other guest characters of the time. After the series ended, Jump faced a series of personal hardships and career challenges that cast a shadow over his life. He struggled with depression and battled a secret addiction to alcohol, which he kept hidden from the public for years. His career post-Brady Bunch was marred by financial difficulties, and he took on increasingly obscure roles, often in low-budget productions that failed to revive his fame. In the 1980s, Jump experienced a public scandal when he was arrested for DUI, a blow that tarnished his reputation further. Behind the scenes, he endured personal losses, including the death of close family members that plunged him into deep depression. Despite these hardships, Jump showed resilience, but his health deteriorated with age, compounded by the long-term effects of substance abuse. His last years were marked by seclusion and declining health, with little contact with the industry or fans. The final available information indicates that Gordon Jump passed away in Jump's later years. He became a symbol of both resilience and tragedy in Hollywood, a man whose talent was overshadowed by personal demons and unspoken struggles. His death marked the end of a complicated life that remains a quiet testament to the dark side of fame.
Well, you see, officer, Alice here is our housekeeper.
That's right, Sergeant. And you were...
The Brady Bunch first aired in 1969 and became a beloved family favorite for many generations. The show followed the everyday lives of the blended family of 6 children and their parents, sharing humorous and heartfelt moments. Its unique premise of a blended family navigating common challenges resonated with viewers and helped break stereotypes about family life. Over the years, the cast members experienced various changes, with some pursuing careers in acting or music, while others dealt with personal struggles. Despite facing difficulties, the characters' warmth and humor kept the show's spirit alive. The Brady Bunch left a lasting legacy, influencing family sitcoms and pop culture for decades. Many viewers grew up watching the episodes after school or during weekend TV time, forming nostalgic memories with friends or family. Did you watch The Brady Bunch as a child? Do any specific episodes or characters stand out to you? Share your stories and memories in the comments below. We'd love to hear how this classic show touched your life.